Hey guys, so welcome back to the YouTube channel. So in this video, I want to show you how to install Courier Lab, which is a courier management website. So you can then do a lot of courier activities like shipping, tracking, and all that on this website. So I want to show you how to install it, how to get started, or how to create your own courier website, your own shipping website, your own tracking code website. So let's get started. Now, the first thing you want to do is to get a web hosting. Now, for this web hosting, as you know, I use two web hosting for my project. And if you follow me very well, you notice that depending on the website I'm building, if it's a if it's a good website, let me use the word good. If it's a good website, I'm using them cheap. If it's a not too good website, I'm using um another hosting, which is on the a bulletproof hosting, which is on the comment or on the description of this video. I don't want to say things that will make them ban my YouTube channel. So the thing is, that's the hosting I use. So Azure I'm going to use for this tutorial. So I hope you're following carefully. So we get started. Let's dive right in. So now, once you visit, click on the link in the description. You'll be brought to this page. And on this page, you're going to come here. You're going to come here, as you can see. So let me. I think I should log that. You're going to come here, scroll downward, and type in the domain name you want to use. Now, domain name is the name of your website. As you can see here, you have azura.com. So here you're going to enter the name you want to call your courier website. So for me, I'm going to call my own, let's say ttc courier.com. So whatever name you choose to call your website, then you click on register. Now you click on register. Once you click on register, it will bring you just like this. Congratulations, your courier is available. $11.99, right? So you can also change the currency from a dollar to naira to whatever currency you choose. You understand? Now, once you're done, once you are comfortable with your currency, now mind you, any currency you choose, you cannot change it later on. So once you are done, you click on add to cart. Then you come here. If you look at this side, you see different type of hosting. Because we are building a courier website, and this is like the first website, we want to take cPanel hosting. So once you click on cPanel hosting, it's going to show you the price cost of cPanel hosting. Mind you, you can still change your currency here, and this is the cost in USD, but let's switch to NGN, right? So let's switch to NGN. As you can see, this is about 22,000 naira. So now you're going to click on order now, which is the same thing as add to cart. Now you're going to use the domain on my shopping cart, which is this you're going to use, and it's going to activate or combine both of them. So now we are having a cPanel of 22,064 naira. So then you click on continue. Now I don't want to buy this thing. I don't want to purchase this thing, right? I don't want to purchase this thing, but then you can click on continue. I'm just showing you how it is done because I have my own what's it called right now? I have my own domain that I'm going to use for my tutorial. So once you click on this continue, you make your payment, right? You make your payment. Do not check anything here. Don't worry, don't bother about them. Do not check them. Just click on continue and make your payment. Now a cPanel detail will be sent to you, which you're going to use to log into your web hosting, right? cPanel details will be sent to you. So that's the details you're going to use in entry your cPanel. So for me, I already have my cPanel opened and my file manager open. So without wasting much time, I want to dive into my cPanel. I'm going to remove this because I don't need it, but I just showed you how to purchase it. So from this purchasing, they'll send you a cPanel details. It will be sent to your email. So with that cPanel details, you can actually, so let me empty cart. You can actually log into cPanel, right? So now this is my file manager. Now, if you remember on that hosting, I don't know if I showed you guys. If you click on hosting, store hosting cPanel. Now, when you click on hosting, you notice that on this part, they'll say you could add 15 websites to this domain. That means with one domain name, you can get 15 websites. So on this, I have like 2 or 3 websites on this hosting, right? On this hosting, the file manager. So this is my cPanel, right? This is my cPanel. So the first thing I want to do is to go to my file manager. Now, for your own case, because if you followed my process to this, if you follow my tutorial to this end, you want to come to public_HTML, right? But for mine, I'm going to use tutorial because I added an another domain to it. So I'm going to delete this, confirm, then click on upload. Now once you click on upload, click on select file. So once you select the file, you're going to allow the file upload. So the file is, and on select file, so let me open up the file. This is the file. You're going to upload the file. Now to get access to this file, there's a link in the description of this video that will give you access to this file. So once you get access to the file, you upload it just the same way I uploaded mine. So once you are done, you click on go back home. Now click on the file, click on extract file and extract it. Now as I said before, for your own case here we public underscore html, right? Public underscore html. So you extract file. Okay, the file is actually extracted. So once you're done, you click on close. So you go to the file, select the file, move everything here to the main file and click on move file. Right, so we have everything here. So the next thing is to go to your website. Now you go to your website /install, right? So your website /install, right? Then you click on enter. Now you'll be brought to a page like this that says you can only use this for one domain, blah blah blah. Just don't worry, click on I agree, next. Now it asks you for server requirement. So server requirement require PHP version 3.8 or higher, right? So what you want to do is to go to PHP. So on your C panel, so here's C panel, so this is search for PHP and look for select PHP version. So you click on it. So let me open this in the new tab. So when you click on it, you come here, you click on the PHP and then you select the version you want to use. Then once you're done with selecting, you update. So I'm going to use my version 8.1. All right, so this is version 8.1. I'm going to click on apply. So once I click on apply, I'm going to come here and reload. So once I reload, it will tell me everything is okay. I'll click on next step. It's file permission. Now it asks me for file permission. Now this file permission, I will have to copy it. Copy this file permission. Go back. Go to the folder. If you could see carefully, there is core, bootstrap, and cache, right? Or cache. So you go to core, you go to bootstrap, and you go to cache. So you click on save. Then you go back to the next one, core storage. It says you should change the permission to this. So core, this is storage. So you change the permission to this. So the same thing you do for the rest. So inside storage, there is app, framework, and logs. So let's do that. So this is app, framework, and log. Right. So you click on save. So once you're done, you go back to the site, you reload and see if all permission has been met. As you can see, everything has been done. So you click on next step. Then the last step is to enter your purchase verification code. So you can collect the verification code from the folder. I'll give it to you once you purchase it from the link in the description. And then you enter your database. So let's go to database, right? So go, click, search for database on your cPanel, database wizard. So on this database wizard, you want to give it a name. So I'm going to call it Dell. Click on next step. Call it Dell again. And I'm going to copy all this. Yeah. And create, meaning I've created the database, the username, the password. I use the same thing because I'm not using this for a real website. I'm just showing you guys how to do this. So click on make changes and this will be done. So you come back here, enter your database name. Look, this place is always localhost, database user, database password, and then put your email here. Now before that, I'm going to pause this video and enter my code, and then I'll get back to the video. All right, so I have my purchase code worked. So I'm clicking on install now. So once you click on install now, it will install successfully. So email address install successful. Please delete the install folder. Please change the password, admin password, as soon as possible. So you come back here to your public underscore HTML. Then you come to this folder install. You click on it. You delete it. Skip to trash. Confirm delete. Then you go to your website. So let's go to our website. Now you can see it's not working. Now the reason it's not working is because of one thing. I would have done this, but I noticed that if I do these things without showing you guys the process, a lot of people will come to my DM with a lot of complaints. So this is why it's not working. The PHP version for this, they said it's 7.3, but the real truth is 8.0. So let me show you. If I go to my PHP version now, change this to 8.0, click on apply. Now watch this. So once it's apply, all right, it has applied as current. So if I come to the website and reload the website, you see it's working once, right? So the issue there is the application of the 8.0. So this file needs a script, a 8.0 PHP. So this is the Courier website, as you can see. So all this place, we're going to fill it with images that we feel like that is your company image. You're going to put them here: Express Courier, Standard Courier. So this is it. So this is how it looks. So now you have the about, you have the team, you have the FAQ. So if you want to track a code, or if you want to track a what's it called right now, if you want to do your tracking, I'll still show you the whole process, right? So you click on other tracking if you want to track your website or track your goals, track whatever, or give your people tracking code or whatever you want to do with the tracking code. You come here, your parcel ID, right? So now you come here. So to do this tracking, to work on this tracking, to be able to have this tracking, let's go to the admin. So you go to your website. Now let me open this close. You go to your website /admin. That's where you access the admin page. Now remember we did the admin before. So the password and the username is admin. When we were setting it up, there was admin. I don't know if you guys take notice. Admin, right? So click on login. Admin. All right, so admin, as you can see. So I'm going to close this. So this is the admin, as you can see. So this is the CourierLab settings: manage unit, manage type, manage branch. If you have a lot of branch of that does shipping and logistics service, branch manager, that's branch manager that can access part of the website, branch income, manage courier, support tickets, report if they have any issue, and as well. So let me create a courier code. Let's create a tracking code for, let's assume we want to do something that's relating to tracking before I show you how to set up everything on the side. So manage unit, manage types, and all that, right? You can add unit. So you can add unit, you can enable unit, you can manage type as well, as you can see. All right. So there are a lot of settings right here. You can go through your general settings. So let's quickly do that. So change the website name to your website name. So change your currency, change your color if you don't like this color. So you could do something like dark blue or purple. All right. Update. Email notification, SMS notification if you want to do all those. Now logo, favicon, extension, all these are easy things you guys could do yourself. Now manage template, you we only have one template right now. So but with time it will keep generating, they'll keep increasing and keep upgrading it, right? So this is how it looks. As well, manage section, which is page, each section. Now for those images I showed you guys that you can also add. So if you want to come and add the image, you could come here for the about us page. So you can see you could add the image here. You understand? So if you go to the about us, about, come here, you see this image 750 by 730. That's the image here. So you can add your image as much as you want. So that is it. So you can create new branch. You can see create new branch for your choice, right? Okay, so